Okay, so next is the soil-based testing. So it is the traditional and most common method of determining nutrients available in the soil for determining nutrients needed and testing. The method needs time, effort, and money, or cost of sampling, processing, and analysis. So plant tissue and analysis. The third is plant tissue analysis, the most common method used as indicator to assess crop nitrogen status during the growth season in tissue analysis. So plant analysis has proven useful in determining nutrient deficiencies, evaluating fertilizer programs, and determining the existence of other elements that other methods cannot determine. Okay, so uh, the chapter 2 is review of related literature. Okay. Corn plant nitrogen deficiency symptoms. A deficiency of nitrogen can be defined as shortage of nitrogen that restricts the growth of plants, even if it's only for a short period of time. So furthermore, nitrogen is one of the least efficiently utilized among all the nutrients that are needed for crop production. So the use of crop sensing devices in real time that detect the nitrogen deficiency has potential to increase crop yield and reduces potential environment risk and production costs. So nitrogen deficiency symptoms has a pale yellowish green V shape from the tip down to the midrib toward the leaf base. So corn plants with spindly stalks are shown here in image. Wait, sorry. Okay. Okay, let's focus. For the third chapter, methodology, the research aims to develop a system that monitors the occurrences of the nitrogen deficiency from compi- uh, from corn plantation using CNN to develop a network model that classifies such as deficiency and to integrate existing corn plant nutrient management system, particularly in nitrogen. So the research requires quantitative data of corn plants that has nitrogen deficiency. So system design. The system consists of three major functions, namely uh, here classification, monitoring, and nutrient management. So this image 2, 3, and 4 respectively. So furthermore, the mobile app will be developed using Python language and Android Studio. So here the system flow chart of the classification, the monitoring, and for the nutrient management. So this image shows how the system should work. So corn farmers can use can use their smartphones to capture an image, and this image will be fed to develop CNN model to identify nitrogen deficiency and shows the result on screen. Okay. Meanwhile, the result of image classification will be stored in the database. Using those stored results, corn growers can also monitor the number of occurrence of nitrogen deficiency by date of plantation as shown to the image. So corn farmers rely more on experts. The mobile app can provide them a list of experts with their nutrient. So by saying nutrient management system, it means that what are the products the experts are using when it comes to nitrogen deficiency and this includes the process of application and monitoring. So for the data collection, the research will use a quantitative approach in data collection. So thousands of images will be gathered through online and foreign fields by capturing them using smartphones. So images have three classifications, namely healthy corn plants, nitrogen deficient corn plants, and other unclassified. So approximately, researchers will gather at least 2 to 3,000 images in each classification. So we will conduct interviews and surveys to different experts in nitrogen management in order to gather reliable information in addressing nitrogen deficiency. So the nitrogen gathered will be integrated in system for further use of corn farmers or growers. So data analysis. So the data gathered will be fed to CNN to develop a classifier model with ratio of 70% for training and 30% for validation. So discoloration or color palette or the color palette and patterns of the corn plants will be used as feature in identifying the nitrogen deficiency. So lastly, the evaluation and testing. A rough estimated sample size of 100 will be used to test accuracy of the CNN model. A number of tests will be conducted in this study. So the system with the applied classifier model will be fed by those images samples to determine their accuracy. So number of correct predictions over the total number of prediction is the calculation for accuracy in every test. So overall, accuracy of each system will be computed through accuracy of each test over number of tests conducted. So to determine effectiveness of the classification, the system must give the highest accuracy rate for classification for more than or equal to 90%. That will be all. Thank you.
Martin, you're done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay na. Okay, so the floor is open for questions from the panel members.
Okay, ma'am. So, I'll go ahead na lang, ma'am. Mag-una na lang po.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So, I was basically browsing on your document, no? But before all my comments, I would like to commend you, and I mean, I would like to thank you for your preparation, and thank you also for the time, and also thank you so much for this opportunity where we can also hear the proposed concept of your group has. Okay, so while I was reading your document, I have a couple on the introduction. Who wrote the introduction of your paper?
Sa document.
Yes, a document.